If you're a business owner or a media buyer selling high ticket items and you're thinking, what's this whole AI? You've probably seen all the headlines. You've done some GPTing, but you don't know how it really would affect or how you can implement it in your business. And that's kind of the big thing at the moment. A lot of people are sitting back and you see a lot of hate these days with they can't wait for the AI bubble to burst and seeing like it's going to be a fad. It's going to rise and then it's going to go away for some reason somewhere. The genie is going to get put back into the bottle. But the big reality of all of this is it's like the internet. When the internet came out, it ruined a lot of jobs, it ruined a lot of businesses, it ruined a lot of economies, but it also created a lot. And that's kind of where we are with AI. It's not coming, it's here. You can see the job cuts already. You can see how it is impacting the world that we're living in. Like it's already here. If you're not using it, I can guarantee you, we work with a lot of your competitors and it's making a real business impact. I want you to embrace the fact that AI is here. If you open up your eyes and you start thinking about how it can impact your business. So the question isn't how it's going to change or if it's going to change your business or your workplace. The question is how quickly can you adapt? So the wave's already here. And if you're standing on the beach, like most people are just burying their head in the sand, I want to urge you to grab a surfboard, make some mistakes, learn this technology because that's going to be where the riches are made. The opportunities are, there's no strategic benefit to not knowing. There's no excuse for not knowing. For instance, what's coming in the very near future is PayPal just signed a deal with OpenAI where you'll be able to make payments inside of GPT. So it's not only a new way of Googling, but your shopping ads, it'll no longer take you to a website to complete the purchase. Like you can complete the purchase right there in GPT. So it's completely transforming how we operate. And if you were running an e-com store, like your business needs to change. If you're running high ticket sales, you might be able to actually sell it on GPT if you're ready for it. So there's a ton of stuff that's happening at the moment that you can see. This is happening in 2020 Q1. They're going to start rolling this out. So how you adopt to these new things, you can't adopt if you don't know about it. Like you can train AI models now. You can give it all your previous ads and you can train it so that it creates more ads like that. Or you can tell it to make something completely separate or completely different to the the concepts that you already have. You can train what we're doing is we've already trained models on Andromeda, how we think Andromeda would work, so that we can streamline how we create ads, the turnaround time. You can talk to your clients. And this is one of the best things about being a media buyer. If you're constantly worried about AI and it's going to take your job, you're kind of going to steer away from it. But we've leaned into it. We've encouraged our clients to start using stuff like Nano Banana so that they can give us a concept of what they actually think. It reduces the creative drag because you don't have to play broken telephone. The client tells you what you need, then you tell your creative team. They make their own interpretation of what you said. They come up with something that's not aligned with what the client wants. The client can make something, tell you, this is what I had in mind. You can take that to the creative team and tell them, this is what the client wanted. Use these elements. Like this doesn't really work, but it could work in this scenario. It just takes it to another level and it's going to reduce operational drag. And that's what we want to do. Like you need to implement AI to supercharge humans because that's what we are all doing. The internet bubble did burst. If you look at the history, like the dot-com bubble, it burst. But does it mean that we don't have internet anymore? No, it fundamentally changed the way we do business. And that's what's going to happen here. Some companies, some AI companies are going to go bust. Some are going to be caught up in the hype. But at the end of the day, AI is here to change business for the rest of our lives, for our generation and for every generation after. Where we are as humans with AI. And no one could predict where we are at the moment. Like everyone was saying, it'll first come for blue collar jobs, it'll first do data capturing, all of that kind of stuff. And the exact opposite of it has happened. Like it's come for the creative jobs, the copywriting, the creative putting images together, the models. But what it's doing right now in our business, the one thing that we know is it's wonderful at creating copy. It's wonderful at creating creative assets. It's wonderful at giving you a ton of information. And what needs to happen is you as a human need to think about being the orchestra. If you're inside a position, how would you manage yourself in that position? And then use the data that AI can give you, the strategies that AI can give you, to actually implement it so that you can do your job to the best extent humanly possible. We need to use AI so that it automates systems so that we can supercharge humans. If you're sitting and watching this as a business owner, that's where your edge is going to come from. If you can supercharge humans so that they become more valuable, they have more time building relationships using AI, you should automate processes so that humans can be more human, have empathy, and have discussions with other humans. That's what's going to give you the edge. So, in the world that we're living in, one thing that is always going to be true is that leverage beats labor. How can you do something today so well that you don't need to do it tomorrow? This task that used to take you an hour will now take you 5 minutes. It frees up so much time. It's not that you're doing less, but it gives you more time to be human. Like you can, if you had 80% of your day where you can just imagine what the best customer experience journey would be, then use AI to create something for them. But you can't do it at the moment because you're doing labor intensive tasks. You can use AI to speed up all the tasks that you need to do. It can already create the first draft. It can summarize your calendar. It can schedule your tasks. It can automatically reply to comments. That's what's here already. So imagine if you can use that and then use the rest of your time to actually be more human and connect with your clients. It's something that wasn't possible 2 years ago. But now you can spend so much more time thinking about each client so that you can build that human connection, that relationship. And that's what we need to do with business. AI still needs human interaction. You need to tell it what the strategy is, what to prioritize. And that's why clarity is the new currency. The cleaner your systems are, the faster you can get AI to work for you. Let me give you some real world examples. The thing that tanks most high ticket ads isn't necessarily the creative or the copy or the headline or the placement or the audience. It usually comes down to comments and bad comments. You get trolls, you get service complaints, you get people asking real questions that go unanswered. And you can't really blame the team because if you're running 20 different campaigns or you have 50 ads per each ad set, like that's a lot of comments to stay on top of all the time. So that's why we built the AI comment moderator. So it looks at all the comments, every single comment that comes through. It deletes trolls. It alerts your team for service complaints. It looks whether it's a general inquiry, whether it's a sales opportunity, and then has a unique way of following up with every one of those. That's what we've built. So you can think of that like a community manager that never gets tired, is never on leave, and it's client facing. So your clients feel like your business is always there. Like it replies between 1 to 5 minutes, so it doesn't look like it's automated, but it's always there. It's polite, it's consistent, and that's what you need from your business. No change feels big, but I want to encourage you to get started. 25, treat this as if it's 1999. You need to start doing something. And what I would like to ask you is if you have A players that are working remotely, they're using AI already. Don't make them keep it as a dirty little secret. Bring it into the light, into your conversations, so that not only you and the business can benefit from it, but their colleagues as well. In the next couple of days, give your team a objective to learn one tool, automate one task, and buy back 1 hour of their time. And that is going to give you so much velocity going into 2026. If you're ready to stop fearing AI and start implementing, then stick with me for this 5 part series where we're going to talk about how AI is reshaping business operations, how to prepare your team, and how to scale your systems smarter. My name is Jacques Rousseau, and this is the Workplace Reimagined. Be sure to join me for the next episode. Click here to watch the next part of the series.